My dear friends, today I am going to talk to you about a truth that can bring a turning point in every human life. A truth that can erase the fear hidden deep inside the human heart and light up a flame that never goes out. That truth is, faith is bigger than fear. Many people think fear is a mountain that cannot be crossed. But the truth is, faith turns that mountain into a pebble. Fear stops us. And faith teaches us to move forward. Fear says, you can't do it. But faith says, get up, go forward, and I am with you. Today, I will begin with a story. A story that will introduce you to the strength hidden within you. In a small village lived a boy named Aarav. He was simple, calm, and kind-hearted. His family struggled with poverty. His father was a farmer, and his mother worked at home. Aarav was bright in studies, but he had one weakness. He was afraid of everything new. Afraid of the dark. Afraid of heights. Afraid of failing. Afraid of what others would say. He was even afraid to dream. But his father always told him, "My son, fear is a lie created in the mind, and faith is the truth placed inside you by God. You must choose, will you believe the lie or the truth?" These words touched Aarav's heart. But the habit of fear was so deep that he couldn't change himself even if he wanted to. One day, a competition was announced in the village. Children had to climb a small hill in the forest and bring back the flag placed on top. Villagers wanted every child to prove their courage. Aarav's heart started beating fast. Fear rose instantly inside him. His mind said, "Don't go. The forest is dangerous. There are wild animals. It's dark. The path is difficult. You will fall. You will lose." But at that moment, his father placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "My son, remember this for your whole life. Whenever fear stands before you, call your faith. Your faith will take you where fear cannot even reach in its dreams." These words entered Aarav's heart like ghee poured on a dying flame. On the day of the competition, Aarav registered his name. His heart was still pounding. But this time, a new voice echoed in his mind. "If my father believes I can do it, then I surely can." The competition began. Children started running. Some climbed bravely. Some stopped halfway in fear. Some even turned back. But Aarav kept moving. When darkness frightened him, he remembered his father's words. Faith finds a way even in darkness. When his foot slipped, he said to himself, "Fear may push me down, but faith will lift me up." When the whistling wind created a scary atmosphere in the forest, he still continued silently. For the first time, he realized fear is only a sound. It is not real, but faith is true, and truth always wins. After some time, Aarav reached the top. He picked up the flag, and for the first time, his eyes shone not with fear, but with the light of faith. When he came down, the villagers applauded. His father hugged him and said, "See, my son, I told you, faith is always bigger than fear." From that day, Aarav changed. He did every difficult task with faith, and every time he succeeded. His life still had poverty, struggles, and problems. But one thing always helped him win, his faith. A faith that blew fear away like dust. My friends, this is not just our story. This is a story of every person who wants to move forward in life, but is stopped by fear. Fear always tells you, you are weak, you will fail, people will judge you, you will get hurt, your courage will break, you will never move ahead. But faith says, I am with you. If you fall, I will lift you. If you cry, I will comfort you. If you break, I will repair you. If you get lost, I will show you the way. Fear limits you, but faith makes you limitless. Now the question is, what is bigger in your life, fear or faith? If fear is bigger inside you, then your life will always remain under the weight of struggle. But if faith is bigger, you will become a person who can change the world. Always remember, fear speaks about the future, but faith stands in the present and says, I am here. Hold me. Fear is imagination. Faith is reality. Fear weakens a person. Faith makes a person unbeatable. Fear says, what if you fail? But faith says, what if you succeed? Now think, whose voice will you listen to? Let me give you an example. A man was walking near the sea. He saw a boy picking up starfish from the sand and putting them back into the water. The man laughed and said, Son, there are thousands of starfish. You can't save them all. So why try? The boy smiled and said, Maybe I can't save them all, but I can save this one. And he gently placed another starfish in the water. This child didn't choose fear. He chose faith. Faith that his effort mattered. Faith, small or big, always makes a difference. Let me tell you something else. Every human has two voices inside. The first voice is fear. It says, don't do it. Don't try. You will fail. The second voice is faith. It says, you can do it. You have strength. You have light. You have courage. God has placed power inside you. When people listen to fear, their life becomes stuck. But when they listen to faith, their life transforms. So I ask you, which voice do you listen to? If you have been listening to fear until today, then today is the time to change. Fear keeps you where you are. Faith takes you where you never imagined going. Fear's walls look tall because you look at them from far away. But when you walk with faith, those walls shrink and break. Fear can keep you awake at night, but faith can help you sleep even in crisis. People think brave ones don't feel fear. That's wrong. Brave people do feel fear, but they keep moving despite fear because their faith is bigger. Let me tell you another story. A man had to travel by boat. He didn't know how to swim and feared the sea deeply. As he sat in the boat, his breath quickened, his heart raced, and sweat formed on his forehead. Fear was gripping him. Then he remembered something his grandfather used to say, My son, in life there are only two places. One where fear imprisons you, and one where faith sets you free. The man closed his eyes and whispered, I choose faith, not fear. The sea remained the same. The waves were the same. The depth was the same. But something inside him changed. And suddenly, he wasn't afraid anymore, because his faith had become bigger than his fear. Life is like that. Situations don't change. Your perspective changes. If your perspective is fear, every path seems difficult. If your perspective is faith, every path becomes possible. Fear takes you away from your dreams. Faith takes you toward your destiny. Fear shows you the negative picture of possibilities. Faith shows you the bright picture, and you become who you see yourself to be. If you see yourself as weak, you become weak. If you see yourself as strong, you become strong. Everyone listening to this video is fighting some fear in life. Some fear failure. Some fear society. Some fear family. Some fear poverty. Some fear the future. Some fear illness. Some fear loneliness. And some fear themselves. But let me tell you this. Fear has never come to save you. It has only come to stop you. Faith has never come to stop you. It has only come to lift you. So don't give fear a place in your life. The more space you give fear, the bigger it becomes. But the more space you give faith, the brighter your life becomes. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine if you leave your fears behind, what could you do? Where could you go? How high could you rise? Whose life could you change? Who could you become? You can do all of this because faith comes from within and fear comes from outside. And when the power inside you meets a challenge outside, the inner power always wins. If you make faith your companion, no fear, no person, no situation, no negative thought can stop you. Now I want to tell you one final truth. Fear will never disappear, but faith will always grow. Fear will never completely end, but faith will win every time. The real victory in life belongs to those who follow the voice of faith, even when the voice of fear is loud. And now the moment has come for something that can truly change your life. If you still hesitate to move forward with faith, listen carefully. Faith is not just a feeling. Faith is a decision, a choice, a commitment. And you must make this choice every day, every morning, every hardship, every moment of pain. Every time fear stands before you, tell yourself, my faith is bigger than my fear. And the moment you say this, fear becomes smaller, you become bigger, and you become the person who inspires the world. And now, my dear friends, before this video ends, I want to tell you something from my heart. This channel, FaithFuel, is not just a collection of videos. It is a home for those whose hearts carry the light of faith. A family of people who want to defeat fear and rise higher. If you listen to this whole message, it means faith already lives inside you. It is calling you. And if you want to keep listening to such messages that strengthen your faith every day, I would love to welcome you to this family. So if you truly want your faith to grow stronger every day, if you want your fear to shrink every day, if you want your life to keep getting better, then like this video right now and subscribe to the FaithFuel channel, because every upcoming video will brighten the light within you. And yes, before leaving, write just one sentence in the comments. My faith is bigger than my fear. This is not just a comment. This is the beginning of your new life. Thank you, my friends. Today you awaken the light within you. Go forward with faith and show the world how powerful you truly are.